Oh my goodness, it's a 10! It's a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen! Skyrim, it's a must-have! Oh my goodness, we've done it! I didn't think in my lifetime we'd see EA create a masterpiece, but here it is. Oh my goodness, Skyrim free! Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Spiffing Brit, and today we're playing Game Dev Tycoon, the absolute premier game development simulator where, of course, you have to try your best to create the games that you think people actually want to play, and chances are you've just create an abomination. You know, some kind of pathetic game that doesn't even make that much money and is just filled with love and passion, like Stardew Valley. I bet it didn't even make you a multi-trillionaire when you released the game of your dreams. Well, today we're going to rectify those issues by playing as the legendary game development company of EA. We're going to be prioritizing money making above everything else in existence and trying to maximize profits at every single turn. From ridiculously overpriced horse armor DLC to pay-to-win mechanics, we'll stop at absolutely nothing to make our games completely and utterly playable to the passionate gaming enthusiast. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're sat back, relaxed, you have a nice warm cup of tea in hand, and hey, if you're feeling especially majestic, you can even like this video. Now let's dive into this game. So we're going to start ourselves a brand new game development company. It's going to be majestic. We get to start our own adventure. Of course, our company name is going to be none other than EA. Now today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be playing as the legendary Gaben, or Gabe Newell. Some of you might know him as the incredible head behind Valve, who created such amazing classics as Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2. But however, here at EA, we remember Gaben for being the amazing visionary who discovered that actually if you just release a free game and add fancy colored hats to it, you can make millions. Because there's nothing children won't do to buy fancy colored hats. They said he was mad, they said it couldn't be done, but he basically found a way to sell NFTs before NFTs even existed. Now, of course, as we're playing as EA, we need to focus ourselves into the whole body and mind of what it is to actually work and be EA. Consequently, we need to follow this handy guide. It requires only 5 simple steps, and honestly, even an idiot can follow along. This is the PENIS strategy, where we're going to be focusing on profit, exploitation of workers, no costs whatsoever, identical video games, and finally, scams. Using the PENIS acronym, we're going to be able to guide our way to millions, and we're going to become filthy and fabulously rich and set up malpractice for the rest of the gaming industry to follow. It's going to be majestic. Well, ladies and gentlemen, naturally for our first game concept, we wanted to be full of money. We want to gain as much money as possible, and consequently, we've rolled an amazing starting opportunity. We've got space, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if there's one thing we know about sci-fi nerds, like myself included, it's that we're going to spend absolutely ludicrous amounts of money for a gigantic space simulation game. So that's why we're going to be releasing our legendary first game of Bloat Citizen. It's going to be a space simulation game with 4 times the space and 20 times the simulation of the last space simulation game that's ever been made. You see that galaxy over there? You can go visit that galaxy. You see that alternative dimension? You bet they've probably got alternative dimensions in this game. The sky's the limit, ladies and gentlemen. And so what are we going to put this on? Well, naturally, we're going to put it on the Arati 3000, a console which was famously very successful when it came to such hit classic games as E.T. Oh god, that game. Anyway, yes, we're going to buy the license for the Atari 3700, and it's time for us to make Bloat Citizen. Now remember, the pro move to always do with your video games is to never actually develop them yourself or put any money into graphics. Graphics are for the promo materials, not the actual video game. Consequently, stick to text-based. That's where you save money. Now, we need to actually create gameplay, but of course, for the game to actually run stably, it needs an engine, which is exactly why we're going to have basically no engine. Stories and quests? No, the gameplay is going to be watching galaxies. And perfect, this is going to be one-hit game. I, for one, am excited for Bloat Citizen, and if this game manages to be successful, you know what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to add in more features, that's right. Crank down that world design. We don't need world design. Garbage. We just want graphics. Graphics look good in the promo. Sound? We're going to get rid of sound. Sound costs money, ladies and gentlemen. Who needs basic sound? Anyway, it's almost close to release, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, what's this? Your game is about to be released. Would you like to release DLC? It's a great way of making money, but it may piss off your fans. Well, the good news is we have no fans. Come on, this is EA. So yes, let's make some DLC. We're of course naturally going to add in new items for a separate additional higher cost. That's right, you can get a fancy carrier ship if you pay additional monies, right? And now we just need to bug fix the game, and then after hardly any time in development really, ladies and gentlemen, just 700 years of hype, it's time for us to release. And Bloat Citizen is ready, there we go. It's time for us to release this bad boy. It cost us a decent amount of money to actually create, so we needed to get it out. And now it's time for people to review Bloat Citizen. Go on, give me some good scores. Give me some good scores. Oh, it's quirky but good, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we want. We want quirky. Well, okay, we're just getting slapped mediocre scores. Well, you know, 6s across the board is fine. But my goodness, would you look at that? In our first week of sales, we sold 10,000 units, and thanks to all of that DLC, that's also brought us up to $92,000. This is a sales record for the people of EA. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. And we now have fans. That's right, people who are willing to buy whatever garbage DLC we throw out to them. You know what we need to do? We need to generate a game report and see what worked so well with Bloat Citizen, and then we can gain research from that and use that research to profit. Oh yes, we can now release our DLC. Your DLC has been released. Your game didn't do so great, so releasing DLC has angered some fans, but you made $151,000. Who cares about the angered fans? That's basically doubled the sales of the game. Good lord. Oh, that's amazing. Well, there we go. That's the end of Bloat Citizen, ladies and gentlemen. We made over $400,000, which is incredible. Well, we've researched some new topics, so it's time for us to make a brand new game. It's going to be an athletics simulator, ladies and gentlemen. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're presenting our brand new game. It's Wii Dev Sports Resorts. Now you can take your own Miis and put them into real fitness challenges which push them to the extreme. And of course, we're going to keep it cheap, keep to the text-based graphics. That's what we know and that's what we're good with. We're going to crank up that gameplay and increase the engine. There we go. Because really, all we want to see is some high-fidelity Miis getting absolutely splattered by long, stabby sticks. Nintendo didn't have the creative drive to create a blood sports game, but now we're doing it first. Do we want to release DLC for our Wii Dev Sports Resorts? I mean, why not, right? And with that, Wii Dev Sports Resorts is ready for release. Let's see how it gets reviewed. Of course, it's going to be fantastic reviews. Everyone wants to play Wii Dev Resorts. Come on, give me them high scores. Give me the high scores. What do you mean 5? It falls a bit short. Who doesn't want to watch Miis get decapitated? Well, I suppose another mediocre game release is fine, because as I'm sure you've worked out, mediocre games still create incredible amounts of money when you don't really have any investment into them. It only costs us $40,000 to make a game, and guess what? We make a lot more than $40,000 when we sell the game. Look at that, $63,000 worth of sales. Oh no, and in 2 months the Atari 3700 will be taken off the market. Oh, we'll have to develop for a different console. Anyway, good news, the DLC has been released. We lost 85 fans but made $79,000. A absolutely fine trade-off in my opinion. Naturally, ladies and gentlemen, we're immediately moving on to our next game. It's Fortnite 2, a point-and-click action game where you must click to build everything. Of course, we're going to naturally release DLC for this game. It's going to be new items because people love items in video games. Hats, skins, you name it, people are going to Fortnite it. Oh yes, and Fortnite 2 is finished. It's ready. Everyone's going to love it. Oh, it's going to be amazing. Of course, it's going to get some incredible reviews and the scores come in. It's going to be a flawless test. Oh, it's only fun at stages. Oh no, you've seen better? What's better than Fortnite 2? Well, it doesn't matter. We don't need it to do well. Remember, average games are fine. The DLC will carry us to victory. Oh god, it's really not selling. Oh, it's really not selling. Oh no, we lost 49 fans from the mediocre DLC sales. That one didn't go so well. Well, let's generate a game report and immediately move on to the next video game. I think it's time for us to research a custom game engine. We've got to start learning how to make our own custom game engines so that we can really start fleshing out our games and adding in new features. Right, well, with our brand new game engine ready, it's time for us to develop a new game. This is going to be legendary. It's going to be a medieval RPG, that's right. It's going to be made for the TES using the Gamer Engine 2020, and it's going to be called Skyroom. That's right, it's entirely set in one large room in the sky. We're going to be using the fanciest graphics we actually have accessible because we want 4 times the detail, more story and quests, some gameplay, but really it's just going to be mostly copy and pasted dungeons. Don't forget the linear story, and of course the save game mechanic that allows players to duplicate items is most important. Oh, and yes, it's time for level design. Of course, hardly any level design and no artificial intelligence necessary in a medieval RPG. Just have all of the characters bug out and stand in the doorways to block the player's progression. This seems like an incredible idea. Well, of course, lots of design being added into our game. So much design, so much detail, so much gaming. Oh, and world design. Oh, it'll be so worldy, so graphical and so lovely sounding. You know, we'll just crank up everything to the maximum. Oh yes, what a lovely game. It's so glorious. And would we like DLC? Of course, give me the horse armor. It's needed. Oh, and of course, finish the game before the bugs are fully gone. Keep a couple of bugs in. Record-breaking design design and technology here in Skyrim. Oh, and let's release this game into the world. Oh, and the reviews for Skyrim are in, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it's a 9. It's a great game, ladies and gentlemen. It's a buggy mess, but they love it. It's enjoyable by some, but some people think it's amazing. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We did it. EA is about to be put on the map for creating the legendary Skyrim. Oh, yes, ranked 22 in the world. We gained fans. Oh, it's so amazing. Oh, we're gaining so many fans. I can't wait to lose them all on DLC. Wow, this is a sales record, ladies and gentlemen. We sold over 50,000 copies, a milestone for the people here at EA. Oh my goodness, we've almost made $1 million, almost $1 million just from the legendary hit of Skyrim. And I just saw the DLC sales kick in. It gives 194,000 in DLC sales, so naturally we're just going to move to the new office. This entire move to the fancy new office away from our garage was entirely thanks to the Horse Armor DLC of Skyrim. And now we're moving to EA headquarters. As you can see, it's dingy, it looks horrible, and it's very grimy. Just the perfect work environment for the kind of games we're wanting. Okay, now it's time for us to start our actual money-making adventure, ladies and gentlemen. This is when we engage true capitalism mode. With a nice warm sip of tea. It's time for us to start the legendary game series of FIFA with FIFA 1, an athletic simulation game using the Gamer engine. We're gonna have premium 2D graphics, and oh my goodness, it's going to be beautiful. Maximize gameplay, decent engine, there are no story and quests in FIFA, just money. Good. We don't really need level design. I mean, the level design for FIFA is just a, rectangle. Bugs. Oh no, it seems Skyrim had quite a few undiscovered bugs when we released it. Some of our customers are having a bad time with this. They demand we patch the game. Never. We're not gonna patch the game. What a terrible idea. Here come the reviews for FIFA 1. And you know what? They're good. Oh, could have been better. What's better than FIFA? Everyone loves FIFA. The greatest game of all time. Oh my goodness, it really sold. 500,000 made on the first day. This is amazing. We've sold over 100,000 units of FIFA 1. FIFA 1 was the game people wanted. It was the game they dreamed of. Oh, but now we can start hiring staff. Of course, we don't want high budget for staff. We just want pathetic interns. We had 1.3 million from the DLC sales as well. That's just absolutely perfect. Now here's the thing. We did amazing with FIFA 1. FIFA 1, one of the greatest games. People loved it. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to step this up to the next level. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to develop a new game. And it's going to be, get ready for it, it's FIFA 2, ladies and gentlemen. It's exactly the same as last time, but this time with actually identical graphics. Game engine, the Gamer engine. Let's go FIFA 2. It's gonna be exactly identical to the last one. We're not even going to adjust the sliders. It will be the exact same video game, but this time released a second time. It's what the fans want. They're never going to work out that really we just retitled the exact same game and released it. And it's going to be the greatest damn game in the universe. Or would we like to release DLC? Of course we'd love to release DLC. I want more maps and levels, that's right. More levels for FIFA. More pitches. Now let's polish this bad boy off. It's not exactly the greatest game in the universe, I'd say. 14 design and 17 technology isn't exactly groundbreaking, but we're going to release it nonetheless, and it should make us good money. Here come the reviews for FIFA 2. It's a 4. Oh no. It's a 5. It's exactly the same as the last game. How dare you call it uninspiring? At no point is any game in the FIFA series uninspiring. What is this madness? Well, it's going to sell nonetheless, and we're going to make good money. Oh dear. FIFA 2 is actually losing us fans. This is not the greatest sign. FIFA 2, not the smash hit that FIFA 1 was. Here's the news from the media. The latest game by EA had some reviewers scratching their heads. Rather than bringing a new innovative game to the market, the company has delivered more or less the exact same as their previous game. But that's what the people want. And we still made a lot of money from the DLC sales. Oh my goodness, what's this market analysis? There's a clear trend toward RPG games recently. Drop everything, we're making Skyrim 2. Skyrim 2, develop a new game. Let's go. We don't have time. Just get this one out as fast as possible. Skyrim 2. Crank down the engine. Crank up stories and quests. No gameplay necessary. Let's go. Skyrim 2 will be the legendary hit that will make us so much money. And of course, we're going to release DLC alongside our game. It's going to include maps and things. That's right. We'll add brand new experiences, but only for paying members of the community. And bam, Skyrim 2 ready to release. Only took us a few weeks to create Skyrim 2, and it was record-breaking. ranking in design categories. Let's release this bad boy. Here it comes. The reviews are in for Skyrim 2. They love it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, of course they do. It's very enjoyable. Oh, they achieved a great balance. Oh yes, it's perfectly balanced and they played it for days. Skyrim 2 is going to be a hit. Oh, we're going to become millionaires. Actually, that's not selling as much as FIFA. Oh dear. But RPGs are meant to be popular. I guess nothing is as truly popular as FIFA. Well, at least it can get propped up by the DLC sales. Yes, there we go. 500,000 from DLC sales. What's this? Boss, I've discovered some really dedicated fans of Skyrim 2 created a fan game using a lot of the same material as our game. What are we going to do? Are we going to leave them beat? No, we'll stop them. If anyone wants to release mods of my games, they're going to have to be sold by me. That's right, paid mods. What could possibly go wrong? Alright, it's time for us to make the next hit game. It's going to be a larger game, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be for everyone, and it is none other than FIFA Free. The ball strikes back. That's right, another athletic simulator. Increased graphics. Well, actually, it's the exact same graphics as the game before, but we're going to still say increased graphics. Engine and gameplay is going to be the most important thing. Of course, story and quests, completely irrelevant. We're going to, of course, take out the linear storyline. No one plays FIFA for the single-player campaign. Right, and now it's time for us to create the legendary AI of FIFA. Destroy the dialogues, no dialogues necessary. And of course, we're going to have more DLC. New maps for all of the players and the fields. Now let us just iron out all of those bugs. And I think you know what, ladies and gentlemen. FIFA Free, The Ball Strikes Back, is ready for release. It's going to be perfect, ladies and gentlemen. The reviews are in. The reviews are in 10s across the board, I'm imagining. It's going to be it's a 5. Okay, it falls a bit short. Well, you know, it's not for everyone. Most people, oh no, it's another 5. Well, you know, we can't win them all. Okay, not bad, not good. Well, that's just FIFA in general, so I'd say this is a perfect game release. Let's see how much money we make. FIFA Free, The Ball Strikes Back. Well, it didn't make enough money to cover the monthly costs, but it's okay. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We're going to need that DLC payout very quickly. The DLC has been released, only 100,000 in DLC sales. Oh no. Well, I guess the moral of this story is to not put as much effort into creating your games, because that way the costs are higher. Keep it low effort and easy money will become ours. Well, seeing as FIFA Free did not make anywhere near as much money as we wanted, and the current popular genre of games are adventure games, we're going to be creating a point-and-click adventure game called Sniper Camper. That's right, it's a game dedicated for people who like to sit at the back of the map with a one-hit kill sniper rifle. Because as we all know, if you enjoy that playstyle in any kind of FPS game, you're basically turning it into a point-and-click adventure game. So that's exactly what we're making. Naturally, we're going to make it nice and small so it's as minimal costs as possible. Crank up the story and quests, not much gameplay needed, and, well, a bit of engine. And you know, we can actually start marketing this game as well. Let us advertise Sniper Camper with a small marketing campaign. That's right, let's create some hype. Yes, 18 hype. We don't need much sound, just some nice basic sound, some acceptable world design, and okay graphics. Perfect. And yes, of course, we'll release DLC. We have to release DLC. Right, and it's time for us to release this incredible genre. Let's see how Sniper Camper did in the reviews. It's so no. Oh no, Sniper Camper, no! We put so much effort into you. At least 1 week of effort. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, it is a popular genre, but something tells me that 500,000 that we spent on the marketing campaign, we're not going to be getting back. Okay, well, when you're down, you've got to hit back. With the failure of Sniper Camper, we create Game Maker Tycoon with brand new record-breaking design and technologies. That's right. Oh, here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. It's looking good. It's an 8, ladies and gentlemen. It's very good. It's a 9. A 9 and another 9. Can't wait for the sequel. Oh, we're making more sequels. More, please. Oh, we're gonna make so many sequels, they're gonna hate it. Perfect. Now let's see how it does when released into the wider markets. Look at the money flow on in. Look at it flow on in. 30,000 copies sold. Oh, it's rank 8 in the world, and think of the DLC money. Remember, we put the DLC up to maximum for this. And would you look at that? Informed Gamer reviewed the game and said it was 9, an outstanding game. If EA continues to innovate like this, they might become a new fan favorite. EA and fan favorite? I've never heard that before in a sentence. Right, let's release this bad boy. So far, we've made, a decent amount of money, but sadly, due to apparently a global economic recession due to Germany invading Cuba, we haven't been able to maximize our profits from this bad boy. Yep, but here comes the DLC. The DLC has more than doubled the revenue we made there. Look at that. Oh, $780,000 just from that DLC. Very nice. For a game that cost us not exactly much to make, I will say very good indeed. In fact, we made made more on the DLC than we did from the actual game sales. Sorry, what the heck? Were we selling the game at like $8 a copy, but yet the DLC was at $10? This is incredible. Alright, there we go. It's off the market. It made a nice, copious amount of money. Very good to see. Well, we here at EA are just wrapping up development on, you guessed it, Skyrim Free. It's time for us to start a lovely advertising campaign. You know what, let's splash some cash. Let's get some magazines and demos out there. Look at that hype drilling up for Skyrim Free. Oh yes, this seems perfect. Right, let's finish this bad boy. This is going to be the peak premiere of modern technology. A heightened level of design, the greatest design in the universe. Let's release it to the wider world. Who knows how well this will do? I'm sure it will be reviewed with excellent quantities, 10 all round. I mean, it's Skyrim Free. Oh my goodness, it's a 10! It's a masterpiece, ladies and gentlemen. Skyrim, it's a must-have. Oh my goodness, we've done it. I didn't think in my lifetime we'd see EA create a masterpiece, but here it is. Oh my goodness, Skyrim Free. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's for everyone. Who wouldn't want it? Oh yes, we've set a new standard for the gaming industry. This is it. Keep selling. Rank #1 in the world, ladies and gentlemen. I remembered to put on maximum DLC as well. Think of the DLC revenue. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Oh, this is it. Absolutely fantastic. For the third consecutive day, we've been rank 1 in the world. Skyrim Free has caused a storm of good reviews. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. We've made it complete and utter hit. Oh, the world will be playing Skyrim Free for years to come. Oh, it's fantastic. The greatest game in the known universe. And wait, the DLC hasn't even come in yet. You see, so far the game's made us a good amount of money, but it gave us 3.9 million from DLC. The game made 2.7 million just being released by us, but of course 3.9 million worth of DLC profits. Now that is a very nice video game, a very, very saucy video game. Wow, Skyrim sold 400,000 units. It made 2.9 million in sales. What a legendary game, ladies and gentlemen. What an absolutely amazing video game. We did it. We made the greatest game in human history. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, that has been our incredible adventure into EA. We set up an incredible company, made a huge amount of money, watched as FIFA crashed and burned, released some absolutely abysmal video games, and then cemented our legacy with the incredible hit of Skyrim Free. We made history. Anyway, that's all we've got in store for today, ladies and gentlemen. If you've enjoyed watching my adventure into Game Dev Tycoon, then hey, feel free to give this video a like. We've got a couple of interesting projects lined up. We've got a couple of real-life exploits, as well as a few more incredible video games that I want to try and break. And speaking of which, I think there might actually be a Skyrim video coming up, or in the very least I do have a very incredible Fallout 4 exploit that I have been meaning to show off. So hey, make sure you're subscribed, as we've got all of those wonderful things coming your way. As always, a massive thank you to each and every one of our majestic patrons who made this video all the more possible. Seriously, thank you very much for your continued support, you majestic sausages. And hey, if you're sat there wondering what video you'd like to watch next, look no further than this one on screen now, hand chosen by myself to be absolutely perfect for you. Anyway, I'll see each and every one of you in the next one. Have a fantastic day, and goodbye for now.